people about volleyball. Excellent representative of his team, the school, and the sport of volleyball as a whole. Matt Ormer, and there's an ace. Blair Jeter, 0.27 service aces per set. That's 28th in the Pac-12, but number one among middle blockers. That's her 17th ace against 18 service errors this year. There's a block for Arizona State. Shannon Shields, Maddie McLaughlin. ASU with a 17-11 first set lead. Collier gets roofed by ASU. That's the Sun Devils' second block of the match. Pukas went for the dump. Hannah Pukas, her first kill. Her counterpart Shannon Shields with a couple of kills early in this first set. 17-12. Ducks get the side out. Nice to have a left-handed setter. Daly McClellan serves for Oregon. The back set, Levinska, and now the Ducks, top blocking team in the Pac-12, come up big. Collier and Bacon. From our net cam, left arm of Mimi Collier. McClellan typically very tough at the service line. Good pass by Sear. Shields went for the dump. Shields gets it. Shannon Shields' third kill of the match. She averages 0.7 kills per set. Now she'll go back and serve. Last year she split setting duties with Ella Snyder, usually with a 5-1. It's her first year setting a 5-1 full time, and she's the only setter they have. JJ Van Neal says that with Bryn Cavell out with an injury, if Shields gets hurt, they're in trouble. Collier high in the air, tight to the net. Nothing ASU could do with that one. 18-14, Sun Devils. Mimi Collier now with 3 kills. Ducks can't afford to exchange side outs. They need to go on a run. That's outside to Hibello. Gonzalez, dug by Schroll. But ASU can't keep it alive, 18-15. Gabby Gonzalez, 3 kills. Mimi Collier, 9th in the conference, 0.38 service aces per set. Short serve, Hibello there. Hibello in transition, off the block and down. 18-16. Ducks' third block of the match. Ducks doing a good job of consolidating that block. Timeout taken by Arizona State. So 18-16 ASU. Oregon had their difficulties in the first set on Friday against Arizona. And they ended up winning that first set, the final 3 points, 26-24. This is match point. It was a long one. The Ducks had a 24-15 lead at the time, lots of breathing room. But Arizona still fighting hard. And the Ducks ended it with a block. They had consecutive blocks to end that match and a 3-set win over the Wildcats. Oregon 8 blocks in that match on Friday. They are the number 1 blocking team in the Pac-12, 2.92 per set. That's 6th in the country. Arizona State, on the other hand, an excellent serving team. And they got to keep the Ducks out of system by serving them aggressively and then put pressure on them by being in system themselves. ASU, like Oregon, usually has a very fast offense. That means a low pass, a low first contact after the serve. Try to get things happening quickly so the block can't get consolidated, the defense can't get set. We've got Schroll, Sear, and Hibello in serve receive. As Mimi Collier sends it away. They let it go and it goes wide. 19-16 ASU. Jillian Neal comes in. Her sister Colby plays for Oregon. Jillian, a true freshman from San Diego, Del Norte High School. And a service error for Jillian. She came in with 2 service aces, 1 service error on the year. Comes right back out. You may see her sister in it, middle blocker for the Ducks at some point. Kate DeBalt, the true freshman, serves it away. Punch toward the back line by Levinska as it was tight to the net. That's all she could do after the pass was a little too tight to the net. 19-18. The ball trying to get the Ducks back even. Cromartie, Schroll, and Sear in serve receive for ASU. It's Schroll, good pass, shields from her knee, goes down to back to Levinska. Pikus went toward the back line. Outside to Sear, lunging play by McClellan. Bump set by Pikus, swing for Gonzalez, went hard angle with the wrist away and got it done. Gabby Gonzalez. Marietta, Georgia native, went to Walton High School. Sister Savannah played volleyball in the state of Georgia at Augusta University, 2015 to 2018. Ducks back even at 19. They've trailed in this set by as many as 6, 17-11. Oregon on a 3-0 run. The ball serve. Good pass by Cromartie. Back set swing for Levinska. And a big kill for Marta Levinska. ASU needed the side out, and they got it. Marta Levinska, Latvian Women's National Volleyball Player of the Year 2021. She's going to be a star on the international scene. Here comes Mary Schroll. And too strong for her. Schroll came in with 29 service aces, 35 service errors. Ducks back even here in this first set. And a Pikus' serve. Outside to Sear. And Jelly Sear gets the kill for ASU. Put them in front 21-20. First set action here in Eugene. Levinska will serve for ASU. As many service aces as errors this year coming in, 28 of each. Her jump serve. Morgan Lewis from the left side. One hand dig by Schroll, but put down by McGee. And we're even at 21. Mary Schroll did everything she could. Very athletic play, but McGee capitalized on the overdig. Gabby Gonzalez to serve for Oregon. Went for the short serve, but again a little too short. 22-21 ASU. Two teams trading side outs. Jelly Sear will serve for the Sun Devils. Texan sends it away. Pikus goes outside of the combo play, but there's a stuff block for Jeter and Shields. ASU snaps the string of trading side outs. 23-21 ASU. Timeout taken by Oregon. And the Sun Devils have their third block of the match. So 23-21 Sun Devils, and they're under head coach J.J. Van Neel. There he is. He played volleyball at Rolling Hills High School in Southern California. The only place that recruited him was Orange Coast Community College, but he was obsessed with hockey at the time and didn't play college volleyball. Instead, he went to USC, played roller hockey and club ice hockey. His roller hockey team lost in the final of the first ever North American National Championships. Even managed a hockey shop Then he spent 12 years in the financial world, most of them running hedge funds. And when he moved to San Diego, he began playing in adult volleyball leagues that included the likes of Dan Greenbaum, the setter for Team USA at the Barcelona Olympics. One day in 2006, fate took him to the Coast Volleyball Club, where he thought he had an adult league game. He'd made a mistake and there was no game, but the club was doing youth tryouts. He was mesmerized watching the kids, offered his services, coaching for free. He said he thought he'd be great, but he was terrible. He began studying coaching and going to clinics and even attending youth camps where he was the only adult. He was also a pioneer in early volleyball analytics, doing stats on a Palm Pilot of all things. He gave up the hedge fund job in 2010 and took a huge pay cut to focus on volleyball. And a few years later, his coaching duties at Coast Volleyball Club led him to meet Hugh McCutcheon when the legendary coach was just starting at Minnesota. And McCutcheon introduced him to Karch Karai. Van Niel began working with USA Volleyball. Also had been a part-time assistant with the UCSD men's team and a head coach at La Costa Canyon High School near San Diego. He got an opportunity in 2015 to go to Utah and be on Beth Lanier's staff. Then to USC, and now his first head coaching gig in college at ASU. He has them as one of the surprise teams in the country. Georgia Murphy serve. Shields, a quick to Jeter, and Jeter with a big kill for ASU to get them to set point here in the first. Claire Jeter, middle blocker, best serving middle blocker in the Pac-12. Sends it away and right into the top of the tape. Now the Ducks back within one. Second set point coming up for ASU. Dalia McClellan will serve for Oregon. Timeout taken by ASU. So J.J. Van Niel wants to talk about it. He's in his first year in the Pac-12. Matter of fact, half of the conference coaches are first-year head coaches. Beth Lanier, the elder statesperson, 34 years. Jen Graney, 13. Jesse Mahoney, 8. Kevin Hambley and Matt Ulmer, they are among the elder statespeople. When did that happen? Those two in their 7th years. Brad Keller at USC in his 4th, and then 6 first-year head coaches, including the interim down at town, Chrissy Jones-Shunderwood. Chrissy, the AVP star, a former player at Washington. Lindsey Bohanek's OSU team got their first conference win. Former Pitt assistant under Dan Fisher. Coached them to back-to-back Final Fours the last 2 years. Oregon State got that 5-set win over ASU on Friday. Sharita Stubbs of Arizona, longtime assistant to Dave Rubio. 19 years as an assistant there, and now her first year head coaching. And again, J.J. Van Niel, head coach of ASU. His team has their second set point. The first set on Friday, the Ducks scored the final 3 points. They're going to try to do likewise here. One set by Schroll. Swing for Habella over the top. Lunging play by McClellan. Over the top by Collier. Kept alive nicely by Levinska. Swing from the back row by Sear, but down into the net. And we're even at 24. Back-to-back points for Oregon. So 2 set points turned aside. The Ducks have it back even. They're trying to score the final 4 points of this set to win it. Combo play, and Abella with a kill to get one back for ASU. They'll have their 3rd set point coming up. Roberto Habello, the Brazilian. Shannon Shields. Lunging play by Schroll. Back set, Levinska tips it. Somehow Collier kept it alive. Wow, in the pinball machine, Levinska again. This time a big swing, dug by McClellan. Thumb set by Pukas. Back row attack by Gonzalez, trying to keep the Ducks' hopes alive here in this first set. Back row attack by Sears. She could only tip it. And there's Bacon on the slide off the hands. ASU can't keep it alive. And the Ducks back even at 25. 3 points. 3 set points turned aside by the Ducks. With a good crowd here at Matthew Knight Arena, loving it. 4,500 average attendance. That's tops on the West Coast. Miscommunication and a free ball. Bacon. Set back by Maddie McLaughlin. Here's Gonzalez. And McLaughlin with a block. And it's a 4th set point coming up for the Sun Devils. Maddie McLaughlin coming up big on that point. The graduate student in her 6th year. 2nd graduate year. McLaughlin contracted Lyme disease in high school and unable to return to play sports for 3 years. Here's Jillian Neal trying to serve him across the finish line. And she does. It's an ace for Neal. And in their 4th try, ASU takes the first set, 27-25. Jillian Neal, whose sister plays for Oregon, comes up with the ace. That ends it. We'll tell you more about the sister act after this.
You don't come to Vegas for one game, one race, one fight, one matchup, or one team. You come for the epic pregame and 3 days of postgame. You come for the showtime and go time and 24 hours of prime time. Because the game is just the beginning. Las Vegas, the greatest arena on earth.
Pacific Premier Bank, official bank of the Pac-12 Conference.
We can rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world.
In their 4th set point, Jillian Neal with an ace that sends Arizona State over the top in the first set. Neal, the true freshman from San Diego Del Norte High School, getting it done finally for ASU. What a family they have. Her sister Colby plays for Oregon. Dad Steve Neal was a 2-time wrestling heavyweight national champion at Cal State University Bakersfield in the late 90s. He beat future WWE legend Brock Lesnar of Minnesota in 99. Then he played football for the New England Patriots, despite the fact he hadn't played college football. 8 years with the Pats, won the Super Bowl in 04. There he is with his wife, Jody, former softball player at CSUB, and kids Gunnar, Jillian, and Colby. Colby 2 years older than Jillian, and now they are foes in the Pac-12 with Jillian playing for ASU. Jillian number 14 and Colby in the middle of your screen on the right side, just behind Daly McClellan. And Colby, the redshirt sophomore, middle blocker for Oregon. Matt Ulmer was able to get Colby Neal as the number 88 national recruit a couple of years back. Colby had a solid match and a first-round NCAA tournament win last year over Loyola Marymount. Had 6 kills and 5 blocks. Levinska off the block, covered up by Cromartie. Tipped by Sear, lunging play by Pukas. Bump set by Schroll. Here comes Levinska, second swing of the rally off the soft block. And Collier was there. Morgan Lewis turns it over and goes wide. 1-0 ASU. Oregon had won 19 consecutive home matches until their loss to Washington State 2 weeks ago today. It's their first loss at home since October 29, 2021, when Utah got them. Pukas went for the dump. Sear went for the tip. Lunging play by Pukas. Good dig by Cromartie. The back set. Swing for Levinska. Well off the net. Gets the touch. Nothing ASU. Now here's Levinska. Mark Levinska, as many aces as airs coming into this one, 28 of each. Tied for 5th in the Pac-12, 0.42 service aces per set, but the service error there. Jeter on the quick, gets it done. Claire Jeter. Jeter, former softball player, excellent softball player, decided that she would choose volleyball early on in her high school years, so she still misses playing softball. Collier got dug by Levinska. Labella on the joust. Labella again, this time a little further off the net. Murphy trying to dig it, but can't do it. It's up into the third row. Everybody in the Pac-12 playing today, with 10 of the teams playing at noon. And UCLA took the first set at Stanford. They won that first set, trying to knock off the number 3 team in the country. It's 27-25 in that first set. There's a block for Claire Jeter. ASU with a 5-1 second set lead, trying to go up 2-0 on the Ducks. Jeter and Habello on the block for the Sun Devils. Sear to serve it away for ASU. Arizona State, they now have 6 service errors against 3 aces. They had 13 service errors in the 5-set loss, but also 10 aces at Oregon State. Georgia Murphy's serve for Oregon. Back set, back row attack by Levinska, down into the net. 5-3 ASU. Back to block solo by Carson Bacon. Good pass, the quick, and Bacon now a second consecutive block solo. Carson Bacon came into this match with 5 solo blocks on the year, and now she has them on consecutive points. Isolated with the quick with Claire Jeter. Bacon threw up a personal wall. Pass on the money from Sear. Lunging play by Pukas. Pukas, the number 1 player in the conference in digs for non-liberos. Another block, this time Bacon and Lewis. Hannah Pukas, watch this dig. Again, tops in the conference in digs among non-liberos. And then Lewis and Bacon on the block. And the Ducks back even at 5 after scoring 4 consecutive points in the timeout taken by the Sun Devils. In fact, there's a challenge on the play. They're taking a look at it. John Kenyon is our down official. Tony Chan, the up official. Each team allowed 3 challenges per match. It'd be net faults, player contacting the net of the antenna, whether or not there's a touch, whether the ball's in or out, or a line violation. Trying to find out if the pancake dig was good on this one. Let's see what we can see. Pukas looking to get her hand underneath it. Couldn't see anything conclusive from that angle that she didn't. Another look, Pukas with the left hand. Sure looked like she was able to pop it up. I think if she doesn't, if that ball hits the floor, that it would have continued going toward the back line, don't you think? But the fact that it popped straight up seemed to indicate she got her hand underneath it. Now, John Kenyon has angles on replays that we don't have access to. So Kenyon talking with the scoring table. And let's see what he says. It's a good word that the call not only stands, that the call is confirmed. A good dig for Hannah Pukas. And again, she is tops in the conference among non-liberos in digs per set as a setter. 2.91 digs per set. Georgia Murphy serves it away. Good pass by Sear. Shields went for the dump. Gonzalez was there. Pukas, back set. Swing by Lewis. And Lewis hit it into the antenna. Good work defensively for Arizona State. Sun Devils won the first set, 27-25 on their 4th set point. Jump serve for Claire Jeter. Short serve, one hand. That was Carson Bacon. Outside Habello, tips it. Lunging play by Collier. Kept alive by the Ducks. Shields went for the dump. Pukas read it well. Fellow setter knew what was coming. There's Habello again. Big swing this time over the back line, but went long. And we're even at 6. Hard-fought point on both sides. Dalen McClellan, out of Canby High School up near Portland. Three Rivers League Player of the Year in 2019 as a junior. The overpass, and Bacon takes care of business. Bacon bringing it home in a 7-6 Oregon lead. Carson Bacon, the 6th-year senior from Fontana, California, Rancho Cucamonga High School. Excellent student. Habello tips it over and finds some open floor. Roberto Habello, the native of Brazil. Last year as a junior, played in 63 sets. Final year under former head coach Sanja Tomasevic. Murphy trying to keep it alive. Over to the fans, and she does. Backs at Levinska. Terminates for ASU. Marta Levinska, last year All Pac-12 honorable mention. Thunderous left arm. Short serve for Shields. Not happy with herself after the service error. And we're even at 8. Amy Collier will serve for Oregon. Ducks have their hands full with the number 19 ASU Sun Devils and Arizona State. I don't know, were they looking past Oregon State? Beavers got their first conference win. And they beat ASU in 5 in Corvallis on Friday. Two teams exchanged service errors. Now, Ulmer building a team that can contend for a national championship. They were match point away from the Final Four last year. Jillian Neal's serve. Good pass by Murphy. Pukas outside to Gonzalez. Over dig by Shields. There's Bacon on the slide. Wanted a touch, didn't get it. Carson Bacon with an attack error. And it's 10-8 ASU. Jillian Neal, outside hitter by trade, serving specialist right now for ASU in her true freshman season. Back row attack by Collier. Ducks need it. She rolls it over and finds the open floor. That's something I don't think Mimi would have done coming into last year. Came in trying to put every ball straight to the floor with big swings, and she learned when she got here that you have to be more creative. Mentored by longtime Duck Brooke Nunneveller, who graduated last year. High in the air goes Sear. Got dug by the ball. The libero of the future for Oregon. Once Murphy graduates after this year. Lunging play by McClellan. Not sure if it would have been in. McClellan thought so. Good work by Sear. It's 11-9 ASU. Murphy comes back in. Bacon comes out. Schroll will serve for the Sun Devils. On the back set, McGee on the slide. Kara McGee. Her third kill of the match. 11-10. The Baylor transfer, Kara McGee. Fast right arm. Second in the conference at hitting percentage to Magda Yahalashava of Washington State, Kara McGee. And there's Sear with another kill. Kelly Sear, fourth kill, her second this set. 12-10 Sun Devils. Now Marta Levinska will serve. Her final year with ASU. Morgan Lewis going for the back line. Gets the touch. Using the high hands. 12-11 ASU. Gabby Gonzalez will serve for the Ducks. Gonzalez last year in her fourth year at Ohio State. Played in 118 sets, 3.29 kills per set. Back row attack by Levinska off the back set. Marta Levinska now with 7 kills. Watch this back set to the back row by Shannon Shields. Very well done. Again, Shannon Shields setting a 5-1 at the collegiate level for the first time, full-time in her career. Did that part-time last year. Morgan Lewis gets one back for Oregon. She's got 6 kills. Lewis uncharacteristic 4 attack errors in this one. Morgan Lewis came in hitting .342. Ninth in the conference, third among non-middle blockers. Good pass by Sears. Shields on a combo play. Habello off the block and out of bounds. 14-12 Sun Devils. Good low pass. There's a block. Sun Devils coming up big on the block with Habello and McLaughlin. That's their 6th block of the match, matching the Ducks. 15-12 Sun Devils after winning the first set, trying to take the first 2.
Businesses across America are struggling. Every day brings more bad news. Forget the headlines. Times might be tough, but good leaders will get us through this. Good leaders challenge people to be their best. They care. They listen. They show up for their teams. Nothing motivates employees more than a great boss. That's why Paycor builds HR software for them. Paycor, empowering leaders.
We can rule the world.
Arizona State looking to go up 2-0 on fifth-ranked Oregon here in Eugene. They have a 15-12 lead. ASU ranked number 19 in the country. Their RPI is at 13. Stanford at 2, Washington State at 5, Oregon at 8. You have ASU, Washington, USC, Cal, RPI of 42. UCLA at 59, Colorado 64. Last year, 6 teams went to the NCAA tournament. Every non-pandemic year, for a long time, the Pac-12 has sent at least 6 teams to the NCAA tournament, a record 10 back in 2014. There's Lewis. The set by Jeter, the swing. And Habella with a kill. And how about Jeter with the assist? Claire Jeter. Little blockers love it when they do things like that. Jeter can serve. Imagine she'd be a stud beach player. Upset by Sear. Here comes Abello, sends it over the top. Set by Murphy, it was a bad contact. Ball came out spinning from Georgia Murphy. 17-12 ASU. Timeout taken by the Ducks. Georgia Murphy had this ball come out of her hands spinning. A bad set, also known as a double contact. Comes out as a swing like that, it's a violation. Could be an advantage for the offensive team if that rule were not in place. You could see spinning sets all the time. But not allowed to put any spin on it, or very little spin anyway. And so it's Arizona State with a 5-point lead here in the second set. Sun Devils, after that 5-set loss on Friday at Oregon State, they hit 222 as a team. They had just 11.2 kills per set. And Oregon State won it 15-13 in the fifth. They'll be at Utah and Colorado as their road trip continues next week. It'll be 5 o'clock at Utah, Pac-12 Network. Next Sunday at Colorado, 11 a.m. on Pac-12 Arizona. Then they're back home to take on Cal. Meanwhile, Oregon, Friday at home against Cal. That'll be on Pac-12 Oregon. And then Sunday at noon, home against Stanford. That'll be on ESPN2. Then in 2 weeks, they'll be at Washington State and Washington. Georgia Murphy, usually excellent when she's called upon to set. Not that last time. Good pass by Gonzalez. Pukas on the quick to the middle of the bacon. Got dug by Sear. Set by Levinska. Not much that Habella could do with that one. Likewise, Collier on that one for Oregon. Habella trying to tip it over the top, and Habella comes up with another kill. Roberto Habella with 8 kills. That's tops in the match. Habella averaging 2.23 kills per set, already with 8. 18-12 ASU. 5-0 run. 4 with Jeter at the service line. Outside to Collier, going for the back line and got it. Gets the side out for Oregon. Ducks fought an uphill battle in the first set. They trailed it 17-11. They came back to tie it, but then Arizona State ended up winning the first set 27-25. Dayla McClellan will serve for Oregon. Pass on the dime from Sear and the dump. And it's another one for Shannon Shields. That's her 4th kill of the match. Shannon Shields, her 4th year with ASU after a year at Louisville in 2019. And again, what a job setting the 5-1 full-time for the first time in her career as a graduate student. Collier has a big window for Oregon, but even that stretched her limitations. And it's 2013 ASU. The Ducks want to talk about it again. So Oregon spinning their wheels. Meanwhile, ASU looking to get a split this weekend here in the Pacific Northwest. They have a one-set lead in the 2013 lead in the second.
There are many reasons why we play. They sow themselves into the fabric of your spirit, taking root and giving you something to root for. Our games are not just a pastime. They're practices that can achieve perfection. Fundamentals that fuel the home faith.
We're going to find out who you are.
Moments that become immortal. Our games stretch beyond the sidelines, only to get louder, bolder. It breeds a form of dedication that doesn't require an off-season. The game is always on. The crowd is always on their feet. And it's here where passion has purpose.
Pac-12 Women's Volleyball is brought to you by Watch Sports, the official live event guide of the Pac-12. Download today. Here in Eugene, 2013, ASU, the number 19 ranked team in the country, leading the second set, trying to go up 2-0. They're one of the surprise stories of college volleyball. They were picked 10th in the preseason Pac-12 poll. They lost outside hitter Amana Stanovic, transferred to Washington State for her final year. Middle blocker Claudia Stalke transferred to a D2 school, Concordia University of St. Paul, Minnesota, where she's setting school blocking records. Also, libero Annika Larson-Nummer. Collier wanted to get the touch, didn't get it. 21-13 ASU. This is just the Sun Devils' second game against a top 25 team. Their first loss, 3-0 at Stanford on September 29th. I asked J.J. Van Neal, what'd you learn in the loss to Stanford? He said, we learned how good Stanford is. He said they've let off on practicing serving and passing that week to focus on other things and that it cost them. He said he won't let that happen again. ASU, a program built on first contact, serve and pass. Back row attack by Sear, but she was on the line. Attack line violation for Jelly Sear. 21-14. If you're going to hit out of the back row, you're going to attack above the net. You have to be behind that line. Good pass by Sear. Shields backs at Levinska. Big swing and a kill. Marta Levinska, 8 kills. Keeping the pressure on for ASU, 22-14. Levinska and Habella with identical numbers for ASU. 8 kills, 3 attack errors, 20 swings, each hitting .250. Jillian Neal, who got that final point in a 27-25 first set win, will serve for ASU. Amy Collier and the Ducks seeking some answers. Big swing by Gonzalez. And going the hard angle attack and finds the floor. A little bit of anger in that one, I think, with her Ducks kind of struggling right now. Boom. The true freshman Kate Labalt with 2-9 service aces per set. Libero the future for Oregon. Good pass by Cromartie. That results in a kill for McLaughlin. Maddie McLaughlin with her second kill of the match. Maddie McLaughlin comes out. Told you she contracted Lyme disease in high school. Finally able to return to sports as a senior, then went to play at Division III Sunny Geneseo, State University of New York, in the small town of Geneseo in western New York. Played there for a couple of years and then transferred to Arizona State. There's a service error for Schroll. 23-16. Now the Ducks setter Hannah Pukas getting ready to go to work. Into Tacoma, went to Bellarmine Prep and in 3 years at Washington State, second all-time, or second active among college volleyball players right now in assists in her career. Short lunging play to keep the ball alive off the block. Gonzalez rolls it over. Schroll went for a dive again. Mary already with an acrobatic play in that point. Morgan Lewis. 7 kills for Oregon. They're trailing at 23-17. Long road to try to get back in this set with ASU just 2 points away. And the service error for Hannah Pukas. Set point coming up for ASU. Much less drama in this one than in the first set when they had their first set point at 24-22. The Ducks would come back to tie it. Ducks never did get the set point themselves, and finally ASU in their fourth set point got it done. Ducks out of system. It's Gonzalez. One-hand dig by Cromartie. Levinska trying to get him across the finish line. Morgan Lewis. It's a kill for Oregon. That's her 7th. Colby Neal in the match at middle blocker for the first time for Oregon. Her sister Jillian plays for ASU and had the serve and an ace that ended the first set. Very nearly an ace for Gonzalez. Morgan Lewis didn't get the touch. It went out. ASU wins the second set 25-18. Intermission coming up from here at Matthew Knight Arena. ASU 2-0 on Oregon.
Years from now, when you look at the beautiful life you've built for your family, you'll realize it was all thanks to the choices you made today. The time is now to act on your love. Connect with an agent who can help you reach your financial goals.
We can rule the world. Rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world.
Arizona State took the first 2 sets, and so Matt Ulmer's Oregon Ducks have some work to do as they'll seek a reverse sweep today here at Matthew Knight Arena. Ulmer, an excellent representative of his school and his sport, always trying to hype up his team here on campus and get people to come. Earlier this week, he got in the golf cart and did cartpool karaoke. He kind of did some singing, and he picked up people, took them across the campus. Here he is, mic'd up, Matt Ulmer.
I'm Matt. I'm the volleyball coach. Nice to meet you. Matt. Nice to meet you guys. Where are we going? You are on this. Let's go. Dial it. I know you know this. Hey. Let's shout. Make me want to shout. Shout. And I miss you. I want you to know. Woo! Come on, Ducks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, a couple of times that day, he showed off his singing chops. Ulmer, in fact, told the athletic department and his team that if they broke the school record for season tickets. He would sing the national anthem on senior night in November. He's going to do that. His team needs a comeback. Back with more from Eugene.
Diabetes can serve up a lot of questions.
Players in the Pac-12. And there's the kill from the setter Shannon Shields. Shields had 4 kills in the first 2 sets. So you see Claire Jeter. She had 4 kills, a couple of digs, and 3 blocks prior to the intermission. Ducks hitting just 141. They came in hitting 286. ASU hitting 244. The Ducks came in 13th in the nation, 9th among Power 5 schools in hitting percentage. ASU has done an excellent job, particularly against Mimi Collier. Rolling play by Pukas. Swing by Noemi Glover. And it goes wide. Noemi Glover playing in just her 8th set this year. She played in a couple of sets on Friday and showed off a big left arm, the true freshman from Rancho Santa Fe, California. Ended opposite for Morgan Lewis. Pass on the money, swing for Collier off the soft block, lunging play by Schroll. Swing for Levinska. Wanted the touch, didn't get it. Hard angle attack, and it's 1-1 here in the third. During their intermission, as the teams came back out on the floor, Hannah Pukas, the setter for Oregon, was rallying the troops, got in her team's face, exhorting her team. And see if the Ducks can respond and extend this match. Bump set by Murphy. Collier going back line. Schroll was there, read it well. Outside to Habello. Gonzalez was there. Back set. Glover going to the back line and going long. Second attack air on Noemi Glover. Obviously tons of talent for Noemi. A really bright future for the Oregon Ducks, getting her some critical playing time. Cathedral Catholic High School helped them to a California state title last year when her team went 42-0. Collier, and Habello couldn't dig it. Mimi Collier's 6th kill against 5 attack errors and 25 swings. So they've held her quiet indeed. Kate the ball to serve for Oregon. Good pass by Sear. Habello over the top, rolling play by Murphy. Free ball for ASU. Shields goes outside of the combo play to Habello off the soft block of Bacon. The ball was there. Back row attack by Gonzalez. And the free ball for the Ducks. Collier with the swing. And Collier uses the block to get the Ducks in front. 3-2 Oregon. Maybe Collier 2 kills in this set. Gonzalez with the back row attack, and Gabby Gonzalez with a kill. 4-2 Ducks. Watch Gabby in that big right arm, reminiscent of Taylor Borup. Borup graduated a couple of years ago. Similar demeanors as well, really easy going. Maddie McLaughlin gets a side out for ASU. In the second set, the Ducks had a 7-6 lead. That was their only lead of the match prior to this set. First time they had a 2-point lead was at 4-2 in this one, now 4-3. Collier off the high hands. Maybe Collier's turned things around in this set. Came out with a renewed sense of purpose. That's her third kill in this set alone. Had just 5 kills in the first 2 sets combined. And now she serves. And it's an ace for Collier. They let it go. And Mimi comes up with the Ducks' first service ace of the match. ASU have 3. 6-3 Oregon, their first 3-point lead in any set. It's Habello. Off the block, lunging play by Sear. Habello again, second swing of the rally, again off the block. Gonzalez was there, and it's put down. Marta Levinska. Levinska third in the conference and 9th among Power 5 players in points per set. Good view from Netcam. Levinska now with 9 kills. That's a match high. Jillian Neal serves it away for the Sun Devils, and it's an ace for Neal, her second of the match. The first one was on set point and a 27-25 first set win. She has 2 of their 4 service aces. The true freshman from San Diego. It's not an ace, but it puts a lot of pressure on the Ducks. Jelly Sear got dug by Murphy. Pukas quick to the middle of Bacon. Shields was there. Bump set by Schroll. Swing for Levinska. Dug by Pukas. Here comes Gonzalez. And Gabby Gonzalez gets the side out for the Ducks. Her 7th kill against 1 attack error. Elise Ferreira will serve for Oregon. Her first appearance of the match, and they really need her prowess at the service line. She served an 8-0 run against Arizona in the third set on Friday. And there's Levinska getting Ferreira off the service line. (7-6) Oregon. Mary Schroll, graduate student, first year starting libero, and her serve goes long. Noemi Glover back in at opposite for Oregon. 8-6 Oregon lead here in the third set, as ASU won the first 2 sets. Jelly Sear finding a hole in the block. Sear's 5th kill. Levinska has 10. Habello 8. Sear 5. Shields and Jeter 4 each. McLaughlin 3. Now Levinska to serve for ASU. Good pass by Collier. It's Noemi Glover. Jeter dug it. The quick to Jeter. Right in transition off the set from Shields. Claire Jeter now with 5 kills. Jeter's mom, Rachel, played volleyball at San Jacinto Junior College in Houston. Service error for Levinska. 9-8 Oregon. ASU does not want to let the Ducks back in this match. Short serve. Sun Devils out of system. Levinska sending it over. High in the air goes Collier. And down the line for the kill. 10-8 Oregon. Gonzalez serves it again. Backs it to Levinska. Levinska finding a seam in the block. Getting a side out for ASU. Marta Levinska, the senior from Riga, Latvia. Jelly Sear serves it for the Sun Devils. Good pass by Gonzalez. Pukas. Back row attack by Gonzalez. Dug by Sear. Swing for Herbella. Overhand dig by Pukas. Bump set by Murphy. Swing for Noemi Glover. Off the block. Covered up by Pukas. Another block for Jeter. Roofing Mimi Collier. Claire Jeter with 4 blocks on the day. Back even at 10. Collier, dug by Schroll, the Loyola Marymount transfer. Hebello going back line. Gonzalez there. Back set. Noemi Glover with her first kill. Seems like the type of player, once she gets comfortable, she is going to be a stud. Noemi Glover. Glover's a true freshman. Morgan Lewis, the starting opposite. A 5th-year senior this year in her final year with the Ducks. That's Hebello going back line. Gonzalez there again. Tied to the net. Swing for Collier. Overhand dig by Schroll. Hannah Pukas slow to get up. And looks like she's okay. I'm guessing Matt Ulmer's heart skipped a beat. With Hannah Pukas, one of the best setters in the nation, on the floor. A big key to the Ducks and what they want to do. Coming down and little ankle turn there. Looked like the right ankle. Thought for a moment she'd stepped on a foot, but it looked like she came down just on her own. So it looks like Pukas is okay. Everything the Ducks do is geared toward being successful the final weekend of the year in Tampa. They were so close last year. Every non-conference match they played this year was on the road. Glover into the block of McLaughlin. And Hebello. 12-11 ASU. The Sun Devils, meanwhile, their goal is to make the NCAA tournament. They were picked 10th in the preseason poll under first-year head coach J.J. Van Niel, having lost the likes of Amanda Sonovich. Transfer to Washington State, and there's an ace. 5th service ace of the match. Claire Jeter's second. 13-11 Sun Devils. This is about the point in the second set where they gained control and they didn't give it back up. Ducks need the side out. Gonzalez with the tip. Bump set by Jeter. Swing for Hebello. Bacon sends it over. Arizona State up by 2. Service error for Jeter. 14-12 ASU. Jeter comes out. Shannon Shields, the setter, now has 5 kills for ASU. Too strong for the ball. 15-12 Sun Devils tied to control the third set, looking for a sweep on the road against the number 5 team in the country. Arizona State looking for an improbable sweep at Oregon. They took the first 2 sets. They lead 15-12 in the third. Elsewhere in the conference, Oregon State won the first set at home over Arizona 29-27. Arizona has tied it up. They lead 14-8 in the third set. Washington State trying to take care of business against Colorado. UCLA won the first set at Stanford. Darn near won the second. Stanford won the second set 25-23. Utah and Washington are tied at a set apiece, with Washington leading the third set 16-14. USC and Cal get underway from Haas Pavilion in about a half an hour. Again, this is the point in the second set where Arizona State broke away, and they ended up winning at 25-18. Shannon Shields serve. Good pass by Murphy. Outside to Collier, up the high hands. Lunging play by Sear. Set by Shields, swing by Habello. Overhand dig by Thibault. Bump set by Pukas. Sent over the top by Gonzalez out of the back row. Levinska over the top. Murphy right there. Lots of options for Pukas. She went for the dump herself. Kept alive by McLaughlin on the joust. Habello with the swing. Wanted the touch, didn't get it. 15-13 ASU. Now Mimi Collier will serve for Oregon. Troll, Sear, and Habello in serve receive. Tied to the net. Habello dug by Bacon. Lunging play by Thibault. Free ball for ASU. Big opportunity here. McLaughlin got dug by Collier. Outside to Gonzalez. Levinska there for the block. 16-13 Sun Devils. Arizona State out blocking the Ducks 10-6. Ducks came in tops of the conference, 6th in the nation in blocking. ASU 9th in the conference in blocks. Sear going hard angle, diving play by Murphy. Collier with a kill out of the back row. 16-14 ASU. Amy Collier, 10 kills, 5 in this third set. The hitting percentage creeping up. She hit 000 the first 2 sets combined, up at 125, 32 swings. That's a match high. Elise Ferreira's serve, just her second serve of this match. Results in a free ball. Pukas checked things out, and then total mistiming with Gonzalez. Pukas was looking to a right as if considering to dump it. Rare mistake in timing for Anna Pukas and Gabby Gonzalez. 17-14 ASU. Jaden Ravensburg, a defensive specialist, a junior from Shawnee, Kansas, checks into the match for the first time. Started 12 matches at libero last year. Still serve for ASU. Shania Cromartie into the match for the Sun Devils as well. Gonzalez with the wrist away, and Gonzalez with a kill. Her 8 to the match, 17-15. Noemi Glover back in for Oregon. Morgan Lewis hasn't appeared in his third set. Starting opposite for Oregon. Hannah Pukis' serve. Outside to Sear, dug by Murphy. Back row attack by Collier, dug by Schroll. Shields goes outside again to Sear, and this time Jelly gets it done. Got the touch. That's her 6th kill. 18-15 ASU. Marta Levinska at the service line for the Sun Devils. Very tough server. Trying to get them some more breathing room as they are 7 points away from a sweep. And an ace for Levinska. Her first of the match. The 6th for the Sun Devils. 6 for the Sun Devils, 1 for the Ducks. ASU came in tops in the conference, 10th in the nation, and 3rd among Power 5 schools, 2.09 service aces per set. They have 6 aces, 11 service errors. Morgan Lewis back in, her swing. Second swing of the rally for Lewis. Net violation against Oregon, and things slipping away for the Ducks. 20-15 ASU. Timeout taken by Oregon. Matt Ulmer continuing to try to figure things out. It's a 5-point lead for the Sun Devils, 5 points away from an improbable sweep.
Mental health is extremely important. We often think about the health of our bodies.
Being a full-time student and a full-time athlete, if your mind's not there, then your body won't follow. You can play the game for a certain amount of time, but you have your mental health for the rest of your life.
Being able to know what you're feeling and being in tune with that is kind of really important to mental health.
I think that there's a misconception that it's tough to internalize and keep things to yourself, but what's really tough is having real conversations.
Please reach out to somebody. Somebody is there to help you. Everyone's got your best interest in mind.
I think people underestimate how important it is to have people around you when you're growing.
Don't be afraid to, check in on your teammates, even the silly ones that are always in a good mood. You never know what they're going through.
It's important to, just every once in a while take a step back.
That's why for me, meditation is one of the most important things.
I'm a big fisherman. I go fishing when I'm back at home.
You always need time away from football to focus on yourself because we're way more than athletes.
Pac-12 Women's Volleyball is brought to you by Clean Simple Eats, elevating life through food and fitness. And powered by Sprouts Farmers Market, the official grocer of the Pac-12. Great view outside Matthew Knight Arena. We're inside where the Ducks and their fans a little bit stunned right now as Arizona State looking for a sweep. Mamie Collier gets one back for Oregon, 2016. Got to hand it to Arizona State after what could have been a devastating 5-set loss to Oregon State on Friday. Just their second loss this year. The other one being to third-ranked Stanford. And they've come out here fighting. Totally forgetting what happened on Friday. Consecutive points for the Ducks, 2017. Gabby Gonzalez will serve again. Colby Neal in a middle blocker. And Neal coming up with her first kill of the match. Service error at a critical time for Gonzalez, 21-17 ASU. Billy Sear will serve for the Sun Devils. Pukis quick to the middle of Colby Neal. And Colby Neal with her second kill. Neal, the redshirt sophomore from Poway, California. Her sister Jillian has been excellent at the service line for Arizona State today. She comes out after a pair of kills with Georgia Murphy going back to serve. 21-18. Murphy was great at the service line in the first set. They'll need her to go on a run here. Cabello. Lucas has options. Back set. Morgan Lewis uses the block. 21-19. Ducks were hanging by a thread at 20-15. Now they've inched a little bit closer, trailing at 2-0. ASU won the first set 27-25, and the second set 25-18. J.J. Van Niel wants to talk about it. His team's lead has been trimmed to 2. They're 4 points away from a sweep here in Eugene. Arizona State at 17-2 overall. Their 2 losses to Stanford, which isn't surprising, and to Oregon State, which is with what ASU had done. Some standouts across the Pac-12. Magda Yahalashava, active leader in blocks for Washington State. Second all-time in the Pac-12, 688 career blocks. And Apukas second in assists among active NCAA players, 4,702. That trails only Savannah Falk of the University of Miami. Maggie Lee leads all NCAA freshmen in kills. What a great get for Cal. 4.14 kills per set. Cammie Minor, the amazing setter for Stanford, tops in the nation, 11.93 assists per set. So 21-19 ASU here in the third. The Ducks hoping to extend this match for about the next 60 minutes. They trail it by 2 here in the third. ASU won the first set 27-25. They had a 24-22 lead, and the Ducks came back to tie it finally on the fourth set point. Arizona State's Jillian Neal had an ace. And then Arizona State broke away in the middle part of the second set for a 25-18 win. They broke away on the middle part of this third set. They led 20-15, and now it's 21-19. ASU out of system. It's Levinska, the go-to. And she finds a seam in the block. Marta Levinska, 22-19 ASU. Bacon and Collier typically very apt at pressing over, unable to do it that time. It's Bacon. McLaughlin was there. And net violation against Oregon, and Matt Ulmer's going to challenge it. 23-19 ASU. And if it stays this way, they are 2 points away from a sweep. Let's have a look at it. Now let's see. Maybe that they called 4 hits. Did it go over? Certainly looked like it went over. Now they had said net violation, and that indeed is what they were checking. So not 4 hits, checking to see if there was a net violation. You see Carson Bacon. Let's see what John Kenyon has to say. What was ruled a net violation. And the point stays with ASU. They're 2 points away. Watch Bacon. Yep, on the follow-through, hit the net. 23-19. Arizona State, so the loss here today, could have dropped out of the top 25. Timeout taken by Oregon following the challenge, which was lost. After that loss at OSU, could have fallen out of the top 25. They might actually gain ground with a win today. I would think so, as they're 4 points away. J.J. Van Niel's team is so close to what would be their best win this year. ASU next weekend will be at Utah and Colorado. Friday, 5 o'clock at Utah. That'll be on Pac-12 Network. And then Sunday at Colorado, 11 a.m., Pac-12 Arizona. And they're back home on October 27th against Cal. And Stanford comes to town. Arizona State last week had their two best wins yet. They swept two against the LA schools, 3-2 over USC in their first win over the Trojans since 2018. And then an emotional win. That was an emotional win over Van Niel's former team. Oregon, meanwhile, they'll be at home against Cal Friday at 7 o'clock. That'll be Pac-12 Oregon. And then Sunday at noon, at home against Stanford on ESPN2. And then in 2 weeks, they hit the road to Washington. Yeah, it was 9 days ago when they had that 5-set win over USC, the Sun Devils did. J.J. Van Niel, USC assistant under Brad Keller, whom he considers a brother. That was a big win, and then they had no letdown a week ago today as they swept UCLA. They're looking for a bounce back here after the 5-set loss at Oregon State on Friday, and Claire Jeter, excellent serving middle blocker, sends it away. Pukas, it's Bacon. See her there. Levinska runs back to get it. Free ball coming for the Ducks, and do they ever need it? It's Bacon. Off the block, covered up nicely by both McLaughlin and Shields. Abella with the swing, diving play by Gonzalez. It's Mimi Collier, and she goes too long. Collier's 7th attack error, and it is match point for the Sun Devils. Claire Jeter serves. Pukas checks things out, sends it to Bacon, and it goes wide, and Arizona State stuns the Ducks in 3, 25-19 in the third. There's been a challenge issued by Matt Ulmer to see if there was a touch, and so we will postpone the ASU celebration for a moment. Why not issue the challenge, huh? And so John Kenyon will take a look. Can we spot a touch on this swing by Collier? Bacon, rather. One-on-one with McLaughlin. One more look from Netcam. That was the previous point, the swing by Mimi Collier. But the angle that we had from Carson Bacon, again, John Kenyon has other camera views that we don't, but the angle we had didn't look like there was a touch. What a rough weekend for Oregon. Yesterday losing to Washington, 36-33. Next week, the Ducks football team will be at home against Washington State. That'll be 12:30 on ABC. And now their 5th-ranked volleyball team on the verge of being swept. Now we'll take a look at this replay from Netcam, see if there's any evidence of any kind of touch from Maddie McLaughlin. Didn't look like it. And now Arizona State, if this call stands, will have a sweep of Oregon. Arizona State went 12-0 in non-conference play, losing only 3 sets. Didn't really have any signature wins, so you wonder, okay, how good are they actually? And then they knocked off USC and UCLA last week. Didn't look like a touch there either. So things in the hands of the down official, John Kenyon. And let's see what Kenyon has to say here. And it stays with Arizona State, and they have the victory over Oregon. A 3-set win, 27-25, 25-18, 25-19. The Ducks have some figuring to do before they're at home against Cal on Friday. And then Stanford coming to town a week from today. ASU, meanwhile, a signature victory against the number 5 team in the country. 19th ranked ASU under first-year head coach J.J. Van Niel with their best win this season. They get a split in the Pacific Northwest. Who would have thought that it would have been a loss at Oregon State and a win at Oregon? But that's the way it worked out. The Sun Devils now 6-2 in Pac-12 play, 18-2 overall. J.J. Van Niel and his team, lots to celebrate. And next week they'll play on the road at the Mountain Schools, Utah on Friday, and then Colorado on Sunday before they come back home to take on Cal. So in the midst of a big road trip, and they have a nice victory, a signature win here in Eugene. Started off with the first set where they held off the Ducks, and then they take control in the middle part of sets 2 and 3. Our senior coordinating producer is Will O'Toole, for producer Tom Fuhr and director Alex Timpson, and our entire crew here in Eugene. I'm Rich Burke. Arizona State comes in and stuns the Ducks. They beat the number 5 team in the country in 3 sets. The Sun Devils win it.